People often confuse first aid kit vs trauma kit. They are both necessary, but very different. It's important to have the right tools for the job. It wouldn't make sense to use a band-aid for an arterial bleed or a tourniquet to treat a minor cut. So what is the difference between these two things? We often hear the phrase trauma kit, and there seems to be plenty of confusion between what a trauma kit is and what a first aid kit consists of. Let's solve this problem together by first defining each. What is a trauma kit? A trauma kit is a medical kit that contains supplies to deal with life-threatening injuries and bleeding control. Trauma kits are meant to deal with major injuries, typically life-threatening, and to keep someone alive until expert medical care can be reached. A hospital or doctor is most likely needed. What is a first aid kit? What's in a first aid kit? First aid kits are intended to deal with very basic and superficial wounds, like your everyday cuts and scrapes. A first aid kit is a collection of supplies for treating minor injuries, including cuts, scrapes, burns, and sprains. A hospital or doctor is most likely not needed. Skill level. Trauma kits are usually filled 100% with actionable, life-saving items like tourniquets, hemostatic agents, blood clotting, nasopharyngeal airways, and PAA, etc. The focus is to keep you alive until you can make it to a medical expert, but there are no prevention or recovery products, i.e. hydration, medication, etc. Trauma kits are typically smaller and more expensive than a first aid kit because the life-saving products inside cost more and require a customized bag case. Warning: trauma products require training. First aid kits are focused on actionable, non-life-saving items like band-aids, gauze, and so on. They are intended to treat non-life-threatening injuries. They contain a small assortment of recovery items like Neosporin or ibuprofen to help in the post-injury phase. First aid products require almost no training. Packing and layout. Trauma kits have fewer items than a first aid kit, but the items need to be packed in a way that makes them easy to find in an emergency. Typically, you'll find that, once opened, it reads like a book from left to right, top to bottom. Often it will adhere to either MARC-H principles or another standardized emergency treatment methodology. It's important to remember that your brain works differently when you're in this kind of situation, and for that reason it has to be set up to require as little thinking as possible when you need your kit. First aid kits are designed to easily carry a variety of products, with no real system designed to simplify use in an emergency. This is because, as we mentioned earlier, the kit is not designed for life-threatening injuries but for the daily cuts and scrapes of life. Price. Trauma kits are relatively more expensive than a first aid kit, and the reason is simple: cost of products. The items in a trauma kit are much more specialized, and this includes the bag or case. Tourniquets range from $15 to $40. Sellouts ranges from $6 to $35, and already you can see the stark difference between 50-cent band-aids and gauze. Properly built trauma kits are going to range from $75 to $400. A good first aid kit should cost between $30 to $300. An advanced kit, a mix of both trauma and first aid, can cost as much as $1,500. Summary: we make true first aid kits, trauma kits, and many of the kits we build are actually a mix of a trauma and first aid kit. I guess we can call it a trauma first aid kit or an advanced first aid kit. Our experts analyze the injury data provided by various government organizations and private companies in order to ensure we pick the right products, which we test ourselves and ensure proper product placement and choose the right bag or case for the intended application, i.e. the new Wake FAK isn't a crush-proof, waterproof, floating case size to fit in all major boat brands currently being made. We are almost wrapping up. These are the common differences between these two. Hope you like this video. Please comment, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos.